I'm sharing the story today about the queen bee from one of Grimm's fairy tales. Two king's sons went out in search of adventure, but fell into a wild, disorderly way of living, and they never came home again. The youngest was named Simpleton, and he set out to seek his brothers, but when at length he found them, they mocked him for thinking that with his simplicity they could get through the world when they too could not make their own way, and yet were so much more clever. All three of them traveled and came to an ant hill. The two elder wanted to destroy it, to see the little ants creeping about in their terror and carrying their eggs away, but Simpleton said, "Leave the creatures in their peace. I will not allow you to disturb them." Then they went onwards and came to a lake, on which a great number of ducks were swimming. The two brothers wanted to catch them couple and roast them, but Simpleton would not permit it, and said, "Leave the creatures in peace. I will not suffer you to kill them." At length they came to a bee's nest, in which there was so much honey that it ran out of the trunk of the tree where it was. The two wanted to make a fire beneath the tree and suffocate the bees in order to take away their honey. But Simpleton again stopped them and said, "Leave the creatures in peace. I will not allow you to burn them." At length the three brothers arrived at the castle, where stone horses were standing in the stables, and no humans were to be seen, and they went through all the halls until, quiet at the end, they came to a door which were 3 locks. In the middle of the door, however, there was a little pane through which you could see into the room. They saw a little gray man who was sitting at the table. They called him once, twice, but he did not hear. At last they called him for the 3rd time, and when he got up, opened the locks, and came out. He said nothing, however, but conducted them to a handsomely spread table, where they ate and got drunk, and he took them each to a bedroom. Next morning the little gray man came to the eldest, beckoned him and conducted him to a stone table on which he inscribed 3 tasks, by the performance of the castle could be delivered from enchantment. The first was in the forest. Beneath the moss lay the princess' pearls, 1,000 in number, which must be picked up, and if by sunset one single pearl was missing, he had to look for that he was supposed to look for, he would turn into stone. The eldest went thither and sought the whole day, but when it came to an end, he only found 100. What was written on the table came true, and he was turned into stone. Next day, the second brother undertook the adventure, but it did not fare much better with him than the eldest brother. He did not find more than 200 pearls, and was changed to stone. At last it was Simpleton's turn to seek into the moss, but it was difficult for him to find any pearls, and he got on so slowly that he seated himself on a stone and wept. While he was sitting, the king of ants, whose life he had once saved, came with 5,000 ants before the little creatures had gotten all the pearls together and laid them in a heap. The second task, however, was to fetch out of the lake the key of the king's daughter's bedchamber. When Simpleton came to the lake, the ducks which he had saved swam up, dived down, and brought the key out of water. But the third task was the most difficult. From amongst the 3 sleeping daughters of the kings was the youngest and dearest to be sought out. They, however, resembled each other exactly, and were only to be distinguished by their having eaten different sweetmeats before they fell asleep. The eldest bit of sugar, the second a bit of honey syrup, and the youngest a spoonful of honey. Then the Queen of Bees, whom Simpleton had protected from the fire, came and tasted the lips of all three, and at last she remained sitting on the mouth which had eaten honey. Then the enchantment was at the end, and everything was delivered from sleep. Those who had been turned into stone received once more their natural forms. Simpleton went on to marry the youngest and the sweetest princess, and after her father's death became the king, and his two brothers received the other sisters. The end.